Builder of supercars Brabus releases the ultimate motorhome, which might not be for everyone. A corrupt dealer sells the wrong caravan and is ordered to repay £24,000. Lincoln bans motorhomes and details about the new Welsh tourist tax is announced. Hello all and welcome to Motorhome News. I'm Ads. Thank you very much for joining me. Before we carry on, I just want to remind you to consider subscribing if you're interested in getting news updates about motorhoming, caravanning or campervanning. And feel free to use the email in the video description to send me news that I may have missed. Motorhome News is brought to you in association with Caravan Radio for the caravan and motorhome community. Listen online at caravanradio.co.uk 24 hours a day or scan this code. Right, on with the news, and I thought we'd start with some sad news about Cecil, the 50-year-old VW Campervan. You may remember me mentioning Cecil a few months back. He's a 1972 VW Combi Campervan which has driven almost 1,000,000 miles. Cecil was transported from Australia in 1998. He was converted to run on recycled chip oil using a Peugeot 205 diesel engine. It also had a crane and winch attached to help with the owner's business of cleaning the Cornish coastline of plastic waste. Well, we've got an update. Cecil's owner had a dream of driving Cecil back to Wolfsburg in Germany where it was made. The day finally came, but Cecil didn't get very far, not even out of the county. Cecil broke down on the A30 east of Bodmin Moor with a blown gasket. It was caused by the engine overheating due to a switch of the new radiator getting destroyed by hot exhaust gases. The owner is now looking at repairing it, but said usually when he breaks down it's because a chip has got caught in a pipe. He is now planning for another attempt to Wolfsburg. A car dealer from Fermanagh in Northern Ireland has been ordered to repay almost £24,000 after selling the wrong caravan to a Scottish couple. Looking online for their dream caravan, the Aberdeenshire couple found what they were looking for on the Braeside car sales website. They contacted the dealer, who sent them a video of the caravan and told them that there's a £1,000 deposit to hold the caravan. The amount was paid and the dealer went silent. A week or so later, the dealer told them that he would drive it on the ferry so that they could collect it at the port in Scotland, but he would have to be paid in full before he got on the ferry. However, after payment, the dealer went silent again, with excuses that there was something wrong with the caravan or he wasn't able to take the call, etc. In the end, the couple got fed up of waiting, booked a ferry crossing and drove all night to get to the dealer at 9 o'clock in the morning. It was only when they took it home that they realised the caravan was different from the one that they thought they'd be buying in the dealer's video. There were many things wrong about it, such as looking more worn and dated. It was damaged and the hobby sign outside was different. Cutting this long story short, they returned the caravan and got solicitors involved, and now the Trading Standards and High Court in Belfast have ordered Braeside Car Sales to repay the money. They are still waiting. Brabus, creator of high-end supercars, is not a name you'd expect to hear on Motorhome News. However, they have released details on their new motorhome called the Big Boy 1200. 12 metres long, 3 axles and weighing 26 tonnes, it certainly lives up to its name. It has all the mod cons, including not one but two 43-inch 4K TVs, air conditioning, cruise control, 4 slide outs, 4G, 960 watts of solar on the roof and an Olympic-sized swimming pool in one of the lockers. With over 30 square metres of luxury living space, it's larger than my flat. It has a turning circle of 2 days. No, sorry, that's 21 metres. Inside it looks stunning with all-round leather with contrasting black and white colours. Outside is also very stylish and not your normal white box. Instead, it's a ginormous black box with straight lines and right angles and as many curves as you can count on one hand. It does remind me of a very large black Lego brick. It would be an amazing sight to see, but costing £1.25 million, you're not going to find one on the road or at a campsite. Brabus, if you're watching and you're interested in me doing a van tour, then please get in touch. I will be available. The City of Lincoln Council has banned motorhomes and campervans from staying overnight in their car parks. They say that there has been a significant increase in overnight parking in motorhomes in the last year and have created a fire risk because they are parked too close together, and locals have reported the misuse of waste bins and planting areas. I hate to imagine what that means. The council has reported a total of 914 incidents of overnight parking by motorhomes in the last 6 months in its 21 car parks, especially at The Lawn down Union Road. To park overnight at The Lawn, that's at The Lawn, not on the lawn, costs £5 per night or £9.80 for up to 24 hours. Campervans and motorhomes will still be allowed to use the car parks overnight. However, anyone found sleeping in the vehicle will be fined £50, which is still cheaper than some campsites I've come across. Several months have gone by since the Pembrokeshire Council in Wales announced launching a trial for motorhome stopovers called Pembstops. The 18-month trial included 4 car parks that were going to be tailored for motorhomes and campervans to stop overnight for £10. However, that has all been canned due to local campsites claiming it would harm their businesses and concerns from the official tourism group Visit Pembrokeshire. Instead, 1 car park will be used to trial an overnight stopover facility. Goodwick Moor car park has been selected and has gained some support. The Goodwick Moor car park is next to a Tesco Express, an Esso petrol station and a stone's throw away from Fishguard ferry terminal. So it's perfect if you're catching an early ferry or you've just come off a late one. However, I think it's destined to fail. I think the car park will only be big enough for small camper vans, and there will be a limit to the amount of camper vans that can stay there. But the biggest reason I think it will fail is because there is a whacking great big car park just behind the Esso petrol station. It's not an official stopover point. There's no toilets, showers, fresh water or emptying facilities, and it's mainly used by trucks using the ferry, so it might be a bit noisy at night. So it might be a bit noisy at night, but we've used it several times and we've never had a problem. Another pensioner has fallen out of a motorhome along a motorway. An 84-year-old German lady fell out of a moving motorhome along a motorway in Spain about 40 miles south of Valencia. It was believed that she was looking for the toilet. She was travelling with her daughter-in-law, who was driving at about 55 miles an hour. She heard a loud bang and was concerned when her mother-in-law did not respond to her calls. She only noticed that she was missing when she stopped at a petrol station. A truck driver who witnessed the incident said, "The door opened and the elderly woman was literally thrown onto the road." A car then hit her and she died at the scene. I've heard about people making cups of tea, sleeping in bed and going to the toilet in a moving motorhome before. It is not only illegal, but it's also very dangerous, even when you're stuck in slow moving traffic. Things can go flying and it's easy for you to fall over. This lady must have been new to motorhoming and probably didn't know where the toilet was. Our thoughts go out to her family. A UK tourist has been caught driving 43 kilometres an hour over the speed limit in New South Wales in rural Australia. The 23-year-old was driving a rented motorhome at 154 kilometres an hour. That's 95 miles an hour, with 3 other passengers in the back. he tested negative for drink and drugs. The police fined him 1,097 Australian dollars, which is about £550, and his driving privileges were suspended for 3 months. He was caught speeding along Hume Highway, which is a 550-mile motorway between Sydney and Melbourne. Why would anyone drive so fast in a motorhome or campervan? You're on holiday and the travel is just as interesting as the destination, I think. I guess I'm lucky. Our old motorhome can barely make 75, let alone 95 miles an hour. It just feels too scary. I'm sure we've all edged over the speed limit at some point whilst driving, but 27 miles an hour over? That's ridiculous. Australia is huge, and I guess no one else was using the roads, so he decided to put his foot down a little. However, I've driven in the outback where roads are made of gravel and kangaroos can jump out in front of you. Not forgetting the killer spiders and man-eating sharks. The Welsh Government is pushing ahead with its plans to introduce a tourist tax from 2027. I've mentioned this before in a previous news report, but we now have an update including more details on how much it will cost. For those staying at campsites, it will cost an extra 75 pence per person per night, which will add another £10.50 to a week's holiday for 2 in your own motorhome, just because you're in Wales. All other accommodations, such as hotels and Airbnbs, etc., will cost £1.25 per person per night. If you own a static caravan, then you won't need to pay, but if you're hiring one, then you'll need to pay the tax. If you live in Wales and use a campsite or hotel, then you will still need to pay. From 2026, a new law will mandate a register of visitor accommodation, which the government believes will help shape the tax. As you would guess, not everyone is happy about this. For example, the Welsh Association of Visitor Attractions, which has over 100 tourist attractions as members, has recommended that its members all go on strike and close for the day. Experts say that the tax could damage tourism in Wales, forcing people to go elsewhere. We've all noticed that everything has gone up over the last few years, including campsites. More people are buying caravans and motorhomes and choosing to holiday in their home countries. The Welsh and Scottish governments know this and are trying to cash in. I don't think a tourist tax will stop people from going to Wales or Scotland for a holiday, but what do you think? I'm afraid that's all we've got time for. I'd love to know your thoughts on today's news. Let me know in the doobly-doo. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.